Like back on this, la toha bang ipin this, toha bang the food driver, the fly good driver. I in this. Na I born my house for aqua. I fully cash drive for maten na Amba than this for maten. Yes, the one for Kalamu the day, the one they will don't keep for Kalamu the day. Ako Jan, today night we must meet up people for Nigeria. We don't vex, we don't too much. At toha bang ipin this. Na I been at twins now. What's the other man? It will be Amba too. Okay, now the class also for Kalamu. I don't die. Then Santiman don't knock you, the man. Non twins now. Non twins disappear. When I twins disappear. You know get snake for enter Kalamu bush. Now me carry small for a quiet time, go get for military. Now me carry pato and non go get for military. Now me start me boys the start resign. I write my number, buy rainbow, this short rainbow so send her for 90. Put my phone number inside, which not pass. Send her for 90. Say, Petit frère, call me, may I help you. Now she done.
Lesson number one. Lesson number one. This video where country people do am. Now God sending me do the video. When I always see I say, oh, I want to country people. Kunkumaster the kind of way it work with the Cameroon government. It don't confirm am for this video. So this one, nothing way all una get forget sense. So one thank my country people and all the other soldiers and say, so God bless you. We'll continue to listen to this video. That's what my country people have told people. I'll play the video here. Wait. Very important. Let's start back from the beginning. So Ambazonians will thank my country people for this wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
My country people them. Now the Guardian Post daily newspaper inside Cameroon 90s for yesterday, Thursday, March the 28th, 2024. As na am today. Number 3070 of the edition for the Guardian Post newspaper. Ma show una the headlines we talk about Dr. Christopher Fomunyo. And then now if you scroll down for that newspaper at the bottom right hand, because now the three main stories and this way the day on the front page. At the bottom right hand corner for that newspaper, you could see the news about Akwaya subdivision. They say the population trails, captures, Amba so-called General Ako giant. And then for the picture, the caption for the picture, they talk say, captured General Ako giant being escorted back to Nigeria. Now, make we read the story. It be written by Godwin. It talks say, self-styled Amba General Ako giant, who has been terrorizing the inhabitants of Akwaya subdivision in Manyu division of the troubled southwest region, has been trailed, captured, and handed to soldiers by the population. When it continue to say, the pseudo-separatist general was captured in Mantene. I don't know if not the right pronunciation for that word. Mantene, a locality near the border with Nigeria, while attempting to flee the country on Tuesday, March the 26th. And then they continue on page 2. So if we scroll for page 2, we'll continue for read the story. Now the story that at the bottom right of page 2. Okay? Now in this, where the headlines a day in red. So the article it continue for talk say, the operation we gathered was successful thanks to the collaboration the population had with defense and security forces in the area. The separatist kingpin, who is reported to have carried out a lot of atrocities in the administrative unit, is reported to have taken up refuge in the border locality. General Ako Giant is said to have been engaged in business activities, reportedly with money he had extorted from the population through ransoms for kidnapping under the banner of the separatist movement. The courage of the population in the operation we gathered has been saluted by the administration of Akwaya subdivision, led by the divisional officer, the DO, Augustine Mboa. The DO is said to have called on the population, who share porous border with Nigeria, to continue the collaboration with the defense and security forces for lasting peace and normalcy to return in Akwaya subdivision in particular and Manu division in general. Heads of defense and security forces detached to Southwest region to restore normalcy are also reported to have hailed the determination of inhabitants of the subdivision in contributing to peace efforts. They have appealed to the population to continue denouncing atrocities perpetrated by separatist fighters in their various localities. General Ako Giant is said to have led a group of separatists who reportedly burned down the Manfe District Hospital. He is also said to have championed the killing of innocent civilians in Egbaiko village in Manfe Central Subdivision last November the 6th, 2023. Those familiar with the activities of Ako Giant also accuse him of being responsible for burning of the Manfe bus station and vehicles. Reports hold that he also stormed a church in Obonyi 2 community, killing several people, extorting locals through kidnappings and also ransom taking, and destroying small bridges to avoid the military attacks, amongst other atrocities. His capture by the population has been described by many as a boost to efforts made by Akwaya population to denounce barbaric Amba activities. And of course, they show Unayi pictures before and after capture and kumkumization. So they say, Unafi see today, that the picture that they say General Ako Giant in his hale days of Amba atrocities, he actually wears suit. And then tell when the whole una see na Manu Giant that according to Manu people them. Now na Giant that small chu arata. Na in that na so belle come outside like small pop off. They say capture so-called General Ako Giant being escorted back to Nigeria. So that one at the full news article, according to the Guardian Post daily newspaper of yesterday, Thursday, March the 28th, 2024. Thank you na plenty my country people them.
Okay, Axel Mboa, he said, please, I want to know who is Dr. Controman Jr. for you. Are you working together? Good job to both of you, bros. Okay, Axel. So this is a really, really good comment and a very important comment. So obviously, now Clovis create this page, Dr. Controman Jr., and the pictures are there all over the place. I need to do live broadcast, show your face. So people that know Clovis by face, but people that don't know me by face, I'll be Countryman, the king of all the black legs. Clovis na Countryman Junior. Clovis na my junior. Clovis na my apprentice. Clovis na ex-combatant where me, I don't work with. Like I've started this activism for 2018. When Clovis be still in Amba for Bush, they caught me, we fight, they try to kill each other. So when I be start, I be work with Kawai and Nick first. I even work with Leo, Wangang Leo for Bamenda. I work with other ex-combatants and then and some other guys and where the DDR Center for Boya. So because I actually go down on the field for 2019 for DDR Center for Boya, I meet up the beginning, I talk to them. This was before COVID, so I know we wear no mask. So I don't know why Amba should know why black they try to unmask me all the time. They try to unmask us. We know they wear mask and they go me freely on the ground, go talk to ex-combatants and everything come up again, can me. And every day they do on Facebook, they try to unmask me. Very dull shit, no why blast them. The dullest kunyam say never see and Amba them. So now me, so now because of my work with Ebako Solomon, Ebako Solo, it been one of the ex-combatants for DDR Center for Boya. When I be actually visited DDR Center for Boya at that time, Kawai and Nobody they go when I be go see family or whatever, because I don't tell no person at the camp. So I don't actually see Kawai and Nick, but I talk with the ex-combatants for DDR Center for Boya. And then I leave my number with them. So we will discuss with Ebako Solomon, being at the prefect for the center and all those kind of things. And so later on, Clovis and Beltis, they actually joined the DDR Center on the same date as fate would have it. They meet up for Legion for Boya, and then they join, they bring them for the center the same day. And then later on now, as the story goes, because of my presence on social media and the work where me I be do and the impact where I be create Clovis they be discuss with other ex-combatants and then Ebako Solomon tell he say petit frère, where's the way you know and the way where you talk, it means that you don't go deep inside Amba and the experience where you get them. Now, wait this way, if you work with Countryman, we achieve a lot of results. So now, then it take my number from Ebako Solomon, and then start message me, and then now we start work together, and that's how I build Clovis, mentor, coachy, mold. At the time when I meet up Clovis, we started to do activism for 2019, 2020, I think 2020. At that time, Clovis, because Clovis we end the education for Form 4, it no ever go Form 5. So this nonsense, say, ambassador terrorism start, you to go find yourself in the situation where you enter the nonsense, and then it command the DDR center, you know, first even get O levels. So in the course of our working together, it demonstrates the capabilities, the power of speech, the power of presentation, and the cadence, the oratory abilities, and diction, and all of those things. And so one of the people that really follow me, they follow whatever we do on social media, they talk, say, wow, Countryman, I really want to invest in Clovis education, because it did like person where if we invest in you and we support it for gain higher education, it will really turn the life around, and it will become a positive influence, and on another way that will reintegrate it. So I talk, say, fantastic. So I go talk to Clovis. Clovis say, yes, he'd be interested to go back to school, but get the sponsor or the financing. I say, don't worry about that. Leave it with me. The question I want to know is, are you interested? Do you want to go back to school? He said, yes, of course. So I go talk to the person, and the person is send me the sponsorship, and then I the sponsor Clovis for school. So we send Clovis for school. He go write the O levels the first year. He failed. No man no know about him. I tell Clovis, let me go back for Form 5 for prepare for. We go back for Form 4, do Form 4, and then do Form 5 before he write the O levels. Clovis said no. He could just do the 1 year and then go write the O levels. He write the first year. He failed. No man no. Of course, because no been any person a business. And the second year now, he go write the O levels. Now then now we pass. Now then I will not know, because he will publish them. And then the third year for his studies, then he write the A levels while he did for lower 6. He don't be tell me he write the O levels, because he want to surprise me. And fantastic, guess what? He passed. He write the advanced level for lower 6, and he passed the advanced level. So now Clovis there for university. So yes, Clovis now you can say my apprentice, now my Pekin. So I know about that when people they confuse me with Clovis, sometimes I put up publications then, or when people they message this page, most of the time you could talk now to Countryman, nobody na Countryman Junior, because be busy for school, for university, they be busy, they do other things, and I'm here to manage the pages. Then when they get free time, then they go come assist, he will do some live broadcast or whatever if you do. But the engine behind the scenes, na me, na moi. Yeah, so Clovis not just the face, and he does his own thing. Fantastic young man with a bright future in front of him, and a massive potential. And we try for honing his skills and for extracting, for make sure say he realize a full potential. And what's that what we do? So no, me I know be Countryman Junior. I've been a Countryman Junior boss. So a lot of people, they don't try to get to Countryman Junior. They don't try to talk to Clovis. One of the reasons why Clovis be straight on the straight and narrow, and he need to stray about, and I never see enter into criminality. It go wrong. It is focused on the education, and I see the results where they produce them now, because it get me for your back, sponsoring him, supporting him, coaching him, mentoring him, and providing a guiding influence, a positive influence for your life. That's what I do in the background. No, na ultimately we talk about in public, but yeah. Since when you ask the question, I say my elaborate, and for some people they don't know. So a lot of people they don't message me, even for my number, when at the UK number, people they message me. Like the first time people they message, they say hello Clovis, and I just laugh and I respond back. And then if they really need to talk now to the Clovis, then I would tell them and say, no, I'm not Clovis, but here's Clovis's number. So you're not the only one, Mr. Axel Mboa. And thank you so much for that question. I hope they don't clarify a lot of people then where they get the same question the way you get them. So thank you plenty. We'll get Boris Jones Tembago again. It talks, many of us did not have the courage to comment on pages of these Amber Fools in 2017, but because of you, not only do we comment on their pages, but tell them in their faces when we see them. That is just what I wanted to achieve, and we don't turn the tide. Ambassador terrorists, they don't get space on social media anymore for talk. Remember for 2017, 18, 19, they be weaponized the word blackleg, and they be used to intimidate, threaten any person and therefore shut down any public discourse. But we can't weaponize our own word. Amba now a word will be potent. If they call you Amba, it may mean life and death. That is what we wanted, because for 2017, they also weaponized that word, say blackleg. If they call you blackleg, it may mean literally the difference between life and death for you. So we don't turn the tables upside down, we don't turn the tide, and why don't I see what they achieve the results, maybe they achieve them. Like I explained earlier for that video, na achieve strategy, na kum strategy, na chuku strategy. We use small strategies then for achieve bigger goals and small things that we do. But when we do collective effort, we put all our efforts together, we achieve big goals. And then we'll respond to Axel again, Mr. Axel Mboa. He said, thank you very much for the explanation. God bless you, my brother. He said, we, the Southern Cameroonians, deeply appreciate your work. Peace to the entire Cameroon. Remember, Southern Cameroon was a colonized territory, trusteeship agreement with the British, between the United Nations and the British. It was about us, but we were not on the table when the agreement was signed, the trusteeship agreement. Because we were colonized, we had no sovereignty, we had no voice, no ability, no supreme power to govern ourselves or to take charge of our affairs. So when you refer to Southern Cameroons, to be right, it is former Southern Cameroons, former colonized territory called the Southern Cameroons. Southern Cameroons does not exist in law anymore, doesn't exist. From the 1st of October, 1961, the trusteeship agreement was terminated, whether you like it or not. Besides, the agreement was between the United Nations and the British. It wasn't between any person from the former Southern Cameroons. It was between the United Nations and the British. And it is between the United Nations and the British that they decided how to terminate the agreement that they had between them. And the way they went about terminating the agreement was spelled out in the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 1608. And if you read the Resolution 1608, it talks about for paragraph 4, say the trusteeship agreement would be terminated in the following manner: upon the Southern Cameroons joining the Republic of Cameroon on the 1st of October 1961, the trusteeship agreement was terminated. And it was done by exchange of notes from the British government. The British government, their representative in Yaoundé was the ambassador, His Excellency Cecil King, signed the exchange of notes to President Amadou Ahidjo on the 27th of September 1961. And President Amadou Ahidjo replied to that exchange of notes on that same day, accepting and receiving the sovereignty of that former British Southern Cameroon. So British Southern Cameroon ceased to exist on the 1st of October 1961 and became West Cameroon, an integral part of today's Cameroon, which is now the northwest and the southwest region of Cameroon. So to say Southern Cameroons or Southern Cameroonians, it makes no sense. When you start talking about Southern Cameroons, you're either referring to a historical time, something that used to be but doesn't exist anymore, or you are just making a fool of yourself. So whichever one you want to do, feel free. If you're talking to illiterates, you may convince them, but if you're talking to anyone who is learned and educated and understands how the world works and how the international law works, the person will understand that you're making a fool of yourself. It's like saying that Tanganyika, or saying that the Gold Coast. You say that I am from the Gold Coast. No, Gold Coast doesn't exist. Gold Coast was the name that was given to a territory that today is called Ghana. Ghana used to be called the Gold Coast, but today it's called Ghana. Okay? The Ivory Coast, the Gold Coast, Southern Cameroon, Tanganyika, Leopoldville, Congo used to be called Leopoldville. Okay, the whole of the Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo today, the DRC used to be called Leopoldville. Okay, Zimbabwe used to be called what's the name? Rhodesia. Zimbabwe used to be called Rhodesia, and it is insulting to Zimbabweans to call Rhodesia, because Rhodesia, the name Rhodesia comes from Cecil Rhodes. Cecil Rhodes, one of the people who enslaved millions of Zimbabweans and terrorized them, murdered them for his own personal enrichment and enriched himself, and then named that territory after himself, called Rhodesia, just like Leopoldville. Leopoldville, Congo, the word Leopold was named after King Leopold of Belgium. So to say to a Congolese person to call his territory Leopoldville is insulting, because they understand that means that you're referring to a time when their people were suffering under the yoke of colonialism, which is the whole world has recognized colonialism as a crime against humanity. So why would you continue to want to be a colonized territory? That's what I don't understand. People would gladly give themselves stupid colonial names. Like today, Limbe is called Limbe. You have Anglophones who want to call it Victoria. What does Victoria mean to you? Victoria was the name of a British queen, a British monarch. At that time, they could have called it Victoria because they held the sovereignty of that territory by the power of the gun, because they seized the territory by power, by kicking out the Germans out of that territory and seizing the territory from them during World War I. So that territory was captured. So the titles of their queen that they bestowed upon that town, decades after you've gained your independence, you want to go back to call yourself a slave name? When I see why we Africans, then we need to ever learn, we need to ever progress. It's a slave name. Victoria is the name of the enslavers, the colonizers. What does that mean to an ordinary person who lives in downtown Limbe? What does Victoria mean? Absolutely nothing. Like, I don't give you an example, Leopoldville. I don't give you an example for Rhodesia, the name of Zimbabwe. When those countries gained their independence, they changed those names for wipe away that nonsense, for restore self-dignity. Because they be Africans, then they want to give their names for their towns, their cities, their streets, make it reflect their Africanness. All those names, the way they be name towns them after European cities and European people, them or whatever, they change all those names them and give them African names. Like Victoria became Limbe. Okay, make I not go too far. Okay, so now risky risk. It talk again. It's Igwe. I don't know where Capo is of now. Is as of now. It's he is confusionist or a black leg or an Amba terrorist. A few days ago, I will do a presentation where I explain for now the difference between a black leg and all of those things. I believe say you need to go rewatch that presentation. Now bear with me a second. I want to plug in my laptop to the power to the socket so that, because it don't indicate for me, say the battery be low. So I don't use them all day without charging it. So now bear with me 5, 4, 3, 2, a few seconds. Okay, that's it. It's plugged in and I have power. Now bear with me, I'll grab my mouse and I'll continue for the next 5 or few minutes. I want to read a few comments and then we'll continue. So as I've been talk, the issue of black leg, I do a presentation for una. As a matter of fact, if I go for this, share with una my page, my screen. When I see my screen now, so we're there for Dr. Countryman Jr. page, okay? Show una the presentation what they talk about. Who's that the presentation? There. That the presentation that was published 2 days ago, okay? I republished this presentation. When I see I'm on the screen, right? I hope so when I see I'm. If when I see the presentation, when I tell me this one, who is a black leg and where do black legs come from? When I see I'm on the screen, right? When I feel go rewatch that presentation, it will help you to understand a little bit better who be black leg and where do black leg come from. Okay, it be very simple. Okay, the Amba terror, a black leg, not just any person we no want to make Ambazonia it become a reality. Now, what's that way black leg be? Okay, black leg na person way it prevent them from achieving their intended goals. So any person where it prevent Ambazonia terrorists from achieving their intended goals, that person na black leg. So when the Amba terrorists they go catch Amba, they kill him, you think so that one will be black leg? Now black leg. So black leg can be anyone. I have shown a black leg because it don't send so-called ATF, they go kill other Amba them. That's black legism. Kapodanena black leg. Sako Komena black leg. Everyone is a black leg. You get to understand that. So for they ask me whether Kapodanena black leg or no be black leg, that is a ridiculous question. All man are black leg. All man are black leg. Okay. Now the difference now you talk about gallant black leg. Gallant black leg, not the one them way. We don't make our mission, our duty. No, we don't just wait for destroy Amba accidentally. For example, if they can't kidnap your mommy, then you vex, you go call military, and then they can't go fight Amba. That one now you just revenge. But that one is still black leg work, but you revenge and revenge. We know the wait for Amba for attack before we attack them. We actively go out there, go seek for find palaver for Amba, for coach them, for leak out their information, for find out information about them, publish them, for send the military to go kill them. We need to wait for the attack. We now really rush them. That one now gallant black leg. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, I'll read a few more comments then. So we'll get destroying ambassador terrorism. Say share. He said we must eradicate this jigger. Say Amba. He said don't take my word for it. Look at what we the black legs are doing. Of course. Yes, they put them Rhodesia. That's how Zimbabwe. That's the name of the country the name that used to be that enslaver's name, Cecil Rhodes. Yes. So when the Zimbabweans gained their independence, they changed that nonsense. So Mr. Axel Mboa, it talks say, I hear you, sir. I am French-speaking Cameroonian. Je voulais juste. Thank you, and yes, and we learn from each other. There was just a mistake here, sorry, but yes, don't ever refer. There is no such thing as East Cameroon, West Cameroon, French Cameroon, English Cameroon, Southern Cameroon, Northern Cameroon. Doesn't exist. It does not exist. It used to exist, and if you want to be right, you say the people of the former British Southern Cameroons. That makes sense. People of former Gold Coast, former Rhodesia, former Leopoldville. That then makes sense. But if you keep talking about Southern Cameroon, nothing exists like that. Doesn't exist. So, and one of the things that way Amba fools, they don't make a fool of themselves on the international scene every single day, but they just don't learn. Bali General, don't join. It's a sweet news from Manu, watching from Bambalang on top of the shallow grave of No Pity Life. No Pity Life. We don't suffer with noisemaker them. We don't suffer with noisemaker them. People that make all kind noise. Noise. Now them that. See now the noisemaker and that. What's that the day today? They can't make noise museum. Where them day we jam them. So we get Naboya Pekin. It talks say Ayabacho is a certified black leg pro max. Person will ask to find out if Kapodanena black leg or not. Now we don't get the pro max black leg them. I know before they even know. Now I know. Okay, so we'll get Mr. Ayuk Tabi. It's after he don't destroy our hospital, he needs to be sent to the worst prison. For myself, they for kill the Shumbu. I not possibly know why they leave him. It brief. They for kill him. When I ask my opinion, when I don't get them, they for kill him. Yes. So that is that my contributor. Must see some person don't send another message. No, without any other message. I'll leave on for day, my contributor. We don't do live now for almost 1 hour. I go wrap them up and make it be just 1 hour. No one for waste too much of our time. I never even intend to stay this long. But when I sabi una countryman, I sabi to read.